The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses trying to do against him?
But the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him because he's such a passionate player that sometimes he comes up really hyped up and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, the next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him so maybe his feet don't get quite set, and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Mayfield keeps it himself. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They run for it with Hunt. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Texans scoop it, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On second down, right back to Hunt. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Watson on first down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, this is Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he's brought down. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over, but under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Faking the give. Now Watson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd and goal, Watson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
Touchdown, Texans! Brevin Jordan with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 121 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. First down and more for Jackson. Touchdown, Houston. Justin Jackson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 3 yards remain for second down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield out to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Derek Rivers drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. With it is Brown. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll start here with Jackson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From just shy of midfield, Watson, screen play, Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Danny Amendola on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A huge play there for Houston. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Taken down at the 12-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his 1st career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Watson just beating the play clock. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Toss play to Jackson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel.
And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The fullback comes through with a big play there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mayfield on play action. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 4th down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Houston, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire?